the last time you were on the show, a lot happened. There was a lot of chatter, a lot of conversation coming out of that episode, a lot of potential misconception, misconstruing, judgment. Is there anything that you guys, Logan, Jake, either of you guys want to say to each other, or any clarity that you want to maybe speak out on this episode while we're sitting back together again?
I think that when the higher you climb, the windier it gets. And especially as brothers, and brothers always, and mostly actually brothers in families, older brother, younger brother, roughly 1 to 2 years apart, maybe 3 years apart, have the toughest relationship with one another. And ours just happens to have a bunch of people watching us go through ebbs and waves. And I didn't want that conversation to air. I said that to everybody, and I said it just makes us both look bad. And you guys still aired it.
Yeah.
And it was a conversation that we don't get to have often, and people never understand like how busy our lives get, and finding the time to have those conversations sometimes is impossible. And that's unfortunately what happened. But I think it felt good to have it and just get some frustrations off the chest.
The content of the conversation wasn't the issue. The issue was that it was aired online, and you were right. And Schultz asked me, he's like, "Why did that conversation see the light of day?" And there's some scrubbing that needs to be done internally of why that happened. And I think it was just the speed at which we move, the busy lives that we live. Is like I don't often think of the implications of what the fuck I'm doing. And I think it was just like a, record, post, move on situation.
We had the call out, but I think you and I, at the end of the day, it comes down to a conversation between you and I. We get the feedback from the people who watch and review. And I think we've always strived on this show to show a side of ourselves that we don't always love that much. If something comes out that portrays us as vulnerable or imperfect, or
well, that's what I'm saying, Mike. Like we are in a position where our lives, as a fault of our own, or intentionally, is here for people to critique. And sometimes that can be good, and sometimes that can be bad. People will watch an episode, and brothers especially, and be like, "Oh, I have had a conversation like that with my brother. Oh, maybe he got a little too far here. Logan has some stuff he needs to work on." Which the big takeaway for me is, and Jake, you're so wise. You're the little brother, but in many ways, I think you're more emotionally mature than me, and you've given me a ton of like feedback on my character, my personal direction in life, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, dude. Like I am a severely imperfect human being, and sometimes I need to be re-railed and steered back in the right direction. And like everyone in this room is here to help me do that, and sometimes I need to
help each other.
Yeah,
it's not just like, and everyone's severely imperfect. And like you said earlier, we are in the world of being criticized and watched and hawked, and people want to see us fall oftentimes. And we're just here to help each other, all as humans, get better, honestly.
Trying.
Yeah.
And you helped me get immensely better, dude. And I try to take all the feedback, and honestly, being in this camp has been nice because I can internalize. Even just sitting down on this podcast, to be honest, is like hard for me. I'm so ingrained in camp. I had a great workout this morning. We're gonna go to the track right after this. Like it's all I'm thinking about. It's all I want to do. And so when I'm in that mode, I get a chance to find out and think about who I am and who I want to be more than when I'm on the road shooting podcasts, doing content, performing for WWE. Like I'm really just shaping my body, I'm shaping my mind, and I like the position I'm in now because I can get to take your feedback and not approach it with an ego first standpoint.
Yeah. And to be fair, that's why like I say boxing saved my life, because it gave me the time to step back, and it's all I've been doing for 3 years, like locked away here doing that shit. And time moves slower and days matter so much versus compared to the other lifestyle, like you're saying. And so you get that time and space, not only with yourself, but the people that matter to you, and you can kind of see yourself evolving, and you have the clearest form of thinking because you're in this healthy mode, and there's no distractions.
I'm so stupid sober.
And there's no distractions, and it's just you. So I think that's why boxing has helped me become this different person. Like I never thought I would be like how I am today. And it started with boxing.
Me either, to be honest with you. Yeah. I was thinking about it this morning on my jump rope. I was like, damn, boxing really saved Jake's life. And at least for this interim that I'm doing the boxing, it's altering mine in a way that I like, thus far. Got a job to do, got to show up and get it done. But that's why I'm giving all these practices 100%. I want to finish this camp not thinking of a single moment where I wish I would have went harder, or I wish I wouldn't eaten that late night cheat meal or something. Like it's also gotten easier in my adulthood. When we first started these camps, it was kind of foreign, and we weren't really sure what to do or how to act, or if we could trust ourselves to be disciplined. It feels like my life now, and it's just what you do.
And it's more fun because it's easier. When we first got in, bro, like we were getting our faces fucked up every day, bleeding all over. You couldn't move your arms, your elbows are torn up. And then it's like 9 a.m., you're getting hit in the fucking face in your living room. Like even the jumping rope at the beginning of the workout was hard, and now it's just like this is a fucking warm up. Like this is easy as fuck. So, and it gets more fun because of that, which is why I've continued to find like new love and passion for it, which is crazy.
It's definitely your thing. I just wanted to pose that to you guys and just let you guys have like a little bit of a moment because, like I said, we do show some stuff on this channel that is us in our imperfect selves, and that goes for Logan and myself, and you too, Jake. I think we've all had moments on the show where we've said things that we maybe wish we had, and a strength of it is that a lot of that stuff does go out, and that has really hurt us a lot of times. That has really hurt us a lot of times. But I think it's an important lesson. And the only problem that I have with it as I continue to, move on here, coming up on year 7 as part of this camp, is that you and I still watch it, think to ourselves, this will go out and people will see it and they'll understand where we were coming from or where Logan was coming from, and they'll see that there wasn't malintent. But no matter how long we do this, the belief will always be that you have maliciously made every single mistake that you have made in your life, and that I have maliciously made and you too, and all of us. And that's the thing that hurts. It always hurts to know that people think that you're doing these things on purpose, when in reality, as you just said a couple minutes ago, we're imperfect, just like everybody else. We make mistakes. And so that's like the toughest pill that I've always had to swallow, is just knowing that there are people out there who think that this guy's a bad person, just through and through, just a bad person. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, and just so you know, and you can relate to this as well, it reflects upon us too. As long as I stay close to him with the belief set of people that he's a bad person, that makes me a bad person.